Okay, turn the music off. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in with Sam last week while I was gone. We did some fishing up in Minnesota, and oh, it's still. There we go. It stopped. Hi, Jeff Leftwich. It's done, right? Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in with Sam last week. We were up in Minnesota fishing, and this is the first time I've been on a fishing trip with Steve and his boys that we caught enough fish that we cooked and ate, and it was delicious. Thank you, Russ, for cooking. Hi, Massimo. How are you? Good to talk to you, even if it's just through the broadcast. Anyways, I will not be here again next week. Sorry, and then I should be in for the rest of the year. But Sam will be with you next week. So let's get on to what's new this week. We've got some new arrivals. We've got some coming soons. We've got some just announced. We've got some pre-order deadlines, of course. We've got some in-stock things that we'd really like to talk to you about with weekly deals that will help with your scenery. And once this summer is over, I'll get back to building some things on the program so we can kind of follow along, see what's going on. So without further ado, let's hit the slideshow. Thank you. Okay, model railroading weekly update. As I said, we've got some new arrivals from Broadway Limited. These are actually our big boys that we just have a few left in the Broadway Limited. We've got the 4884s in 4021 and 4,000, sorry. These are just really stunning. I mean, if you don't have a big boy now, hello, Lenny. If you don't have a big boy and you want to add one to your collection, if your layout's big enough to handle one, these Broadway Limited big boys are just absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at that detailing. Again, we've got two road names, 4000 and 4001. Truth be told, I only took one out of the box to film because they're delicate to get back in. So again, if you don't already have a big boy, you might think about one. We just have a few left in stock. They were pretty good sellers, and just want to give you a chance maybe to add that to your collection. So those are beautiful from Broadway Limited. And then moving on, let's give that another shot. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Wow. Okay. That's the end of our video. And then coming soon. Oh, and you'll notice, like and subscribe here in the lower right-hand corner. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our newsletter. The only way you get our weekly deals is if you're subscribed to the newsletter. So go to 4hotrains.com and take a look and subscribe to the newsletter so you can see our weekly deals. They're pretty terrific. Let's see what's going on. Okay, coming soon. We've got some AccuRail Pullman, the kits in Pullman Standard. The 3-bay hopper car in Albert City Elevator comes as a single car or as a 3-car set, 3-pack. Aren't those cool? I mean, I love Albert City Elevated. I just think that's really cool. So those are coming soon. Just announced this week, we have quite a bit from Walthers. We've got the 60-foot high cubes in the high cube boxcars with the horizontal side posts. Look at those. You've got them in a number of road names. We can kind of zoom in there a little bit. You've got the GATX. You've got T-Box. More GATX. You've got Union Pacific, Furomax. Aren't they beautiful? Those are your 60-foot high cube plate F boxcars with horizontal side posts. Whoops, which way am I going? Won't let me. There we go. Okay. I know I have more. Technical difficulties, sorry. Maybe because I zoomed in, I can't move on. Let me go backwards. My producer's not here, so bear with me. Oh, there we go. We've got the wind turbine kits. These are really cool. As you know, we're seeing more and more of these out in our agricultural areas, some in water, but these are terrific kits. They're the wind turbine, and you get, it's really kind of cool. They also have a wind turbine load and a wind turbine flat car, the TTX 110-ton flat car, 89-foot Greenbrier, that you can put that wind turbine on. Hello, Randy C. Nice to see you. And then as you move on, you can put the wind turbine on that flat car, that 110-ton flat car, with the load on it, so you can show how those turbines are getting out to those areas in your scenery. And just to complete the picture, you get not only tanker trailers, but you can get the wind turbine technicians to really give it some realism. So if you're looking to add a little something to your layout, these could be really cool. They call them scene masters, and those are just announced from Walthers. They'll be in, I'm not sure when, probably in about 6 months. Then we've got some more things from them. We've got the tanker trailers. As you know, these are going to, let me show you. They pair with your different structures, your chemical distribution kits, your transport kits, and they do require a trailer to hook, a truck to hook it onto. So those are really cool. Or you could just park them in the lot with that kit. So those are pretty cool. They're very unique, not something you often see in the hobby. So those are pretty cool. What's next? Pre-order deadlines. We've got Atlas pre-order deadline. Summer 2025 catalog is due August 27th, so that's next week. Get your orders in if you have any interest. That's the summer HO catalog from Atlas. So as we went through that catalog earlier this summer, if you're looking for something, check them out on the website at 4hotrains.com. That's pretty nice. In-stock showcase. Now, this is kind of unusual. We are going through quite a few of our Atherton Scenics products. If you're not familiar with Atherton Scenics, these are made through a polyurethane foam. It's a rigid, really lightweight material, strong and tough. It doesn't crack or chip if impacted or dropped. It will dent a little bit if poked hard. The units are primed and painted on all sides except the bottom, which can be coated with water-based paint if you choose. We've got quite a few of them in here. This one is the 9929. It's a kind of triangular terrain hill piece. Some people also use these in war modeling. A lot of the people that do war modeling use these, but we have found them just amazing in train modeling. So they really are terrific. This one is 13 1/4 inches deep by 4.5 inches tall, and it's 20.5 long at the base. So if you're looking at that triangle, you've got 20.5 by 13.25 by 13.25-ish, and then 4.5 inches tall if you're trying to figure out space. All these dimensions are on the website as well. Next up, we have the 9927, which is a rock stone outcropping. These are gorgeous. I love these. The really cool thing is if you look up here, you can use those flat spaces and maybe have some rock climbers or campers up there. They just are so versatile. So this one is 9.5 inches wide, 8.7 deep, and about 6 1/4 inches tall. So nice footprint. You can, if you're really careful, cut these in half. I didn't say that out loud. Works really well with a bandsaw to cut them. I know this because I've done a little bit of it to bash them, to use them against backdrops or walls. Atherton is also the one that produces the terrific walls, both rigid and flex walls. Next up, we've got 9926. It may look like the same, but it's not. This is a different stone rock boulder outcropping. And again, a lot of flat space there to do what you like. You can have goats, you could have cows, you could have critters that have gotten lost, deer on these. They're really just awesome. I love Atherton products. Moving it, and this one is 10.5 inches wide, 9.75 deep, and 6.5 tall. So again, a reasonable size footprint. Now this one is a wall. This is, and it actually stands on its own, which is really amazing. It's a terrific background piece, or if you've got an elevated rail line, you can elevate your mountain with this. Just really, really beautiful. And they come fully painted. Now you can add more flocking to them. You could add lichen for, more visual interest. You could put trees on them. And this one is 14.5 inches wide, 2.75 deep. This is why I say they can stand alone, which is terrific. And then they're 9.25 inches tall. So as you can imagine, that covers a lot of space. They make great background areas. You can combine them with the other Atherton pieces and create a really interesting mountain area. So just really, really cool. Let's see, what else? Next up, I've got the tall curved rockstone cliff. This is number 9925. And there's a, oh, sorry, I only have one picture. Sorry, I thought I had two pictures. This one is, 9925 is 16 inches wide at the base, 7.5 inches deep, and 7.5 inches tall at the highest point. Again, putting critters on this, you can put rabbits, you can put deer, you could have missing cows, you could have goats. Hello, Herbert Oates, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, appreciate it. We're looking at some Atherton Scenics products that are going to be in our weekly deal. So if you want to sign up for that newsletter, you will see these in the weekly deal, and they will be a better price than normally priced on the website. Just a little hint there. Moving along. So this is the 9925, and it is, again, 16 inches wide and about 7.5 inches deep and about 7.5 tall. Just really terrific. This is the 9905. This one has a pretty good curve to it. So it, can go around your track. It can kind of bend to some mild curves. It's a little more detailed, which I really like. It's about 20 inches wide, so it covers a lot of space. 5.5 inches deep, so a little bit narrower to fit better on your layout, and 7 inches tall. So again, if you're looking for a view block between your loops, it's tall enough to give you that view block between this side of the track and the other side of the loop, which is really nice. It's a great way to get a lot of coverage in a small space. Again, these are going to be in the weekly deal. Got a few more for you. This is 9701. We call this the multi-scale rock outcropping formation hill. Again, this one is an oval shape, and it's about 15.5 inches long. I think it's about 4 inches tall. Nope, just 2 2/4 inches tall, and about 6 inches deep. So if you look at an oval of 15.5 by 6.5, just really nice size. Again, give you that view block if you've got a loop going on and you want to cover up some space in the middle of it. You can really use this to do that. That is number 9701. These are all in stock and are going to be on the weekly deal this week. This is 9502, the curved rock defensive position. It's called the defensive position because it was originally created for, as I said, war modelers, people that do Civil War and things like that. This is a beautiful piece. You can see it's got some logs and things already laid out at the foot of the rocks or the mountain outcroppings. It's about 11 inches long, about 4 inches deep, and about 2¼ inches tall, and it does have a curve to it. So again, it will fit nicely around an outside curve or an inside curve to give you that view block or just give you that extra interest. On the inside of the curve, it's really cool to put maybe a water feature there, a pond or something. You could have a little camping area. You could have little rock climbers. Just really, this is great stuff. And it's so lightweight. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to your layout. If you're a modular modeler, these are terrific because you can easily take them off and pack them for your module, and they don't add a lot of weight. You know, sometimes the things that we have, if we've done plaster or we've done, you know, some of the other methods that we use, even my very favorite, which is ceiling tile walls, those can get pretty bulky and pretty heavy if you're a modular modeler, I like that. So these are really lightweight if you wanted to add them. You can even kind of reconfigure your module at different events, which is nice. Speaking of modulars, we will be having our modular club featuring their layouts in our clubhouse here, our community center here in Atlanta this weekend. That'll be from 10 until 3. The president of our club, Cy, who's often on here. He will be leading that up this week, and we're expecting quite a few people to join us to put together a pretty good sized modular layout. And we've had just some wonderful participants putting together incredible scenes on their modulars. So if you're anywhere near Atlanta, Indiana this weekend, you might come down and take a look at us. I will tell you, you'll miss Steve and I. We are leaving at very early dark 30 on Saturday for a week away. Sometimes I say my husband doesn't like me very much because he's making me get on a 6:30 a.m. flight. We are almost an hour from the airport. So do the math. What time do we have to be at the airport? How long is it going to take us to get there? What time does Mrs. Muffin have to get up in the morning? Good news is I don't spend a lot of time on hair and makeup. So moving on from our Atherton Scenics 9502 at the curved rock defensive position is everyone's very favorite. We sell so many of these. It's called a dead man's corner. It's great for those tucked in corners of your layout, you know, that you can't reach, but you want to put something back there. This is a dead man's corner. You've got a hard 45-degree or 90-degree corner in the back end, as you can see. This is number 1003, Dead Man's Corner. They are pretty big, I will tell you that. They are 19.5 by 14.5 and 5.25 inches tall at the highest point. You can probably see there that it is stepped or terraced. Really terrific piece. As I said, we sell a lot of these. They're very popular. That 90-degree in the corner is really great for people because you can get, you know, that coverage in that corner of your layout covers up a lot of real estate, if you will. So those are all Atherton Scenics in the Daily Deal this week. If you didn't know that we had them, check them out on the website, 4hotrains.com. In addition to these rock or wall structure or rock formation structures, we also have walls. We have formed the hard shell walls, and then we have a flexible foam wall that looks just like the stone walls, and they are really so versatile and so easy to use. So if you're looking for something to give a wall background behind your track or road, they're really terrific. Okay, enough about Atherton. Sorry, I talked a lot about that. Layout inspirations. I love these. You know, it's so much fun to see what you can do with your layout and what you can get in space. This first one is actually a shelf layout. So if you have limited space and you want to do a shelf layout, this one is for the Hoboken Shore Railroad. It is, you know, a little unusual because it is a shelf layout. It has a lot of switches in it, so you could still get a lot of interest in there. So if you have an office area or a family room and you don't want to take up the whole thing, Hello, David Holland. I don't know. I'll have to ask Steve about that. We haven't ventured into custom runs in HO yet, but I'm sure we're going to. Let's see. So back to the shelf space layout. If you've got a family room or a game room, maybe an office, and you just want to have a little reminder that you're a train modeler, this shelf layout is terrific with the switches and everything. The beauty of it is you don't have to figure out the spacing for those switches, which, as we all know, is very difficult when you're doing a layout. And then we have a second one this week. This is for a 4.5 foot by 7 foot table. It is the Rahway Valley Railroad. And look at the amount of movement you get in 4 feet by 7 feet. I mean, that is just incredible to me. You've got a full loop, you've got a couple of sidings, you've got some switching. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Hello, Bill Klein. How are you? Thank you, David. We'll look into that. We'll see what we can do. So this is the Rahway Valley Railroad, 4 foot 5 by 7 foot layout, and you just get a lot of movement and a lot of interest there, I think. Okay, featured building kits. We've got a few things for you. And again, look at my lower right-hand corner. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our website, subscribe to our newsletter, sorry. And once you subscribe to that newsletter, you'll be getting our weekly deals. Sam's got a lot of great stuff coming up as we head further into train season this fall. Oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping out this Saturday. Bill, as you probably know, is a good friend and comes down and helps Steve run trains on a regular basis. And he'll be down here this weekend helping our friend Steve Venislakis run trains so that the trains will go on even when we're not here. Because you got to adhere to that schedule, you know? You just have to keep that schedule. Featured building kits this week. We have Walthers. These are great. These are Cornerstone Merchants Row #1 building kit. As you can see, you get a lot of building. We actually have Corbett kits already in HO scale, David. You can check them out on the website. It's a little more limited than our full O scale line, but we do have quite a few. And the good news is we can create more. So that's pretty cool. So speaking of building kits, this is Walther's Cornerstone Merchants Row building kit. You get a lot of value in this kit and cover a lot of ground. So if you look over here at their footprint size, I got to pull that up. My eyes aren't that good. I'm going to squint here. This is roughly, I can't read it anyway, sorry. But I believe, if memory serves, it's about 20 inches long and about 7.5 inches deep. But I really like this because it saves you the trouble of kit bashing and trying to put all those buildings together as you'd see in a traditional vintage town, downtown. So I really like these. I think that you get a lot of value for the dollar and can create just terrific street scenes with this. Then we have another one. Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's 11 by 5 feet, 5 inch, 11 foot, 11 inches wide, 5 inches deep. So you get 5 complete stores under one roof, which I think is just terrific. You can use it as a small town or part of a big city. And then they have a second one. Got to shrink that. Oh, whoops. I disappeared. Sorry. Second one is Merchants Row. Now you're getting all my stuff. Sorry. Oh. Whoops. I disappeared completely. There we go. We'll go back. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm missing it completely. I messed up. Sorry, guys. Anyways, the 3029 Merchants is, let's see, here we go. We'll go back to, here we go. 821. I'm coming back. I'm not finding it. There we go. Oh, nope, it's not there. Sorry, I've lost it. That's what I get for technology. Let's see if I open in. Nope. Okay, sorry to bore you. I'll just close all that. So, weekly updates again. Nope, that's not where I am. Oh, here we go. Now I can flip through. That was all of our Atherton, if you missed that. And then this is Merchants Row 2 building kit. Look at that. It almost looks like the Harrison's Hardware from Woodland Scenics there on the corner. If you're familiar with that, that is a gorgeous building. So Walters has something very similar here. This one measures 10 inches wide by 5 inches deep. Just beautiful. I mean, and again, you get a lot of building for the buck and create a lot of interest on your layout. So that is our building kits this week. And then we have Club Corner. This is interesting. This is the Blissfield Model Railroad. This is their layout design. This is their first and second level. They were featured in 2022. What magazine was it? I'm sorry. This was featured. I knew this, but I don't know this now. Anyways, this was part of an article that was done about them. This is a still shot. Look at that roundhouse. Isn't that stunning? I mean, I can't even count how many stalls they have there, but it is an operating turntable and roundhouse. And then over here, I thought I had a video. Nope, apparently not. I've lost my video. Anyways, Blissfield Model Railroad, as I go back here, they are located in Blissfield, Michigan. They were founded in 1992. They are a 501c3 not-for-profit. Membership is closed as they have reached their 40-member limit. So it is a kind of exclusive club, which is kind of cool. They own and operate a 2,500 square foot HO layout. They model C&O Clinchfield railroads from 1955 to 1965. So they are really dedicated to what they are focused on, which I really think is cool. They do meet the first Wednesday of the month at 7 o'clock. They host monthly 2-day open houses on weekends from September through April, and then they take the summer off. If you're interested, you can get them at facebook.com blissfieldmrc. Website is bmrr.org and youtube.com/@bmrrc. So that is the Blissfield Model Railroad Club in Blissfield, Michigan. I think they've done just an incredible job there. I think it's really beautiful. And it's significant in size. 2,500 square feet is a huge commitment in HO. So let's see what's new otherwise in life in the universe. We, have had a great summer in HO. We're looking forward to a really busy train season. As we all know, we're heading into everyone's busy season. We're going to get back to modeling as we can't do our outdoor summer things anymore, so we're looking for something to do indoors. We really want to earn your business. We want to give you the best price for the most value. We want to give you great product. We do markdowns right out of the gate, so you don't have to wait. We do offer weekly specials, but you do have to be signed up, subscribe to the newsletter. You can sign up on our website at 4hotrains.com. We do flat rate shipping of $5.99. That's it. No matter how big your order is, size, weight, distance, it's $5.99. So if you're thinking about adding to your layout, doing a little scenery, want some of those Atherton products we looked at tonight, $5.99 flat rate shipping, give us a holler. We don't require a deposit for pre-orders. I really can't emphasize that enough. A lot of people do. And lastly, we think that we offer great service. So as an HO customer, you're going to you're going to receive our traditional muffin service that you've come to know and love as an O-gauge modeler. And we just want to help you enhance and improve your model train hobby experience. As I like to say, we are hobbyists first, retailers reluctantly second. And we just really love and appreciate the hobby and like sharing it with people. So we want to help you do the same in your home, your community, your family, however you want to do it. So that is all I've got for tonight. Hello, Eric Clark from Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. As I said, when I get back after next week, I will start doing more building kits live here so that we can, or maybe videotaping parts of it and doing a combination of things so you can see what I did off camera and then we can put things together on camera. Try to save us some time there. Don't have to wait for glue to dry. I won't have air conditioning problems and humidity, so I won't have trouble with my glue drying, as we know we had a problem this summer. So moving forward, we'll get back into more of that. And I hope this was interesting to you and you found out something new. And I wish you all a great week and a happy Labor Day. That is coming up. Unbelievable that summer's over. Thank you all so much for tuning in.